Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Deformation YS-02, aka the Last Night Megatron Voyager class. Artwork actually looks pretty cool. As you can see, that is supposed to be Megatron. Deformation on the side, you have some G1 style artwork, which I guess is Optimus Prime getting attacked by Starscream or something. I don't know. Oh, and metal version, because he does have some diecast. Let's go ahead and take a look at the detail on this guy. And if you do notice, I didn't notice this initially, but he is fairly asymmetrical. If you look on this side, the details do not quite match up, which I guess is kind of cool. You can see all the copper paint, and right here you'll see the shiny metallic paint. These are the die-cast metal pieces that are referred to, and he does look fairly cool. I mean, in some angles he does look a little boxy just because of the way he transforms and all that. Not super articulated, but the detail I feel like kind of makes up for that a little bit. And this is pretty accurate to the movie if I remember right. Not the coolest version by any means. Overall, I mean, the character design is kind of cool. Definitely the Last Night style, where it's like, can't really exactly tell what they're supposed to turn into based on their robot modes. But he is pretty cool. He does have sort of like a fusion cannon type gun on his arm. Does not come off, built in. And then he does come with a removable, come on, rotating the wrong thing. There we are. A plastic sword, or an interesting sword. I think it's supposed to be a sword. I don't know. I'm definitely not a sword expert, but definitely has the flares out at the top. Looks a little more like an axe at the end, a little bit, but definitely the blade of a sword right here. Done with some copper, and it does look pretty nice. And right here is a tab for it to go on to his vehicle mode. And I guess also back mode, or his back in robot mode, which is pretty cool. Let's see, come on. There we are. I haven't really stored it on him in robot mode because he looks so cool holding it anyway. But and as you can see, I guess it doesn't stay in there very well because it just popped out. But yeah, I do like him. He is nice and stiff. Don't have the official one, so I can't say whether or not he's better, worse, whatever, but I'd say he's pretty cool. His head is on a ball joint. You can look up, not too far down, just ever so slight, but not really. Doesn't really have any wibbly wobbly, just a slight hint. Can do a full 360, which he does have to do for transformation. Arms can go around full 360, can go out about that far. Does have a bicep swivel, and he does have elbow joint over 90-degree bend there. No wrist rotation, although there is a hinge, but that is for transformation. He can pretty much do, come on, the full splits, although his side flaps do get in the way a little bit, but you can toy with those a little bit, and then I guess you can flip those up so you can pretty much do the rest of the splits. He does have thigh rotation, and it's actually really well held in place. I'm assuming this is the same for the official version as well, but where it's not going to just slide off like it could potentially on other more recent figures. And then you get about 90-degree bend at the knee, slightly under. And then you do have a surprisingly good amount of ankle tiltage, considering that he has no waist rotation whatsoever. But yeah, he is pretty cool. I am thinking about getting their version of Voyager class Optimus Prime. Let's go ahead and get him transformed. Transforming him is pretty straightforward. You just want to go ahead and rotate his head around. You can go ahead and pull this back. As you can see, that's where his head goes into his jet mode. And then go ahead and flip his hands in, and it sounds like something's a little squeaky. Flip his other hand in, flip this back, flip his gun back, and then his chest panels, you just want to push out and up and out like that, rotate his shoulders back, collapse his chest in, And then back here, if you'll look right in there, let's go ahead and just pull that back a bit. Here we are. And as you can see right in here, there is a slot that his gun is supposed to slide into, although it can be a little tricky to get it to do that just quite right. And now there's something in the way. What is it? For whatever reason, this is not cooperating with me right now. Okay, there we are. Okay, the shoulder, I guess, wasn't quite lined up just right, but you make sure that's lined up, and then you just get his gun into here. Of course, not cooperating, but anyway, normally, there we are. Very easy to do, but you just get that lined up in there, and it should kind of, for the most part, line up the center. It doesn't line up perfectly, but it's close enough. Then you just close that up. The forearms are supposed to tab together. They don't really stay that well, but whatever. I mean, it does pretty much stay together as well as it needs to. And then you just fully bring this down, and these right here tab right into there on his forearms. And then his legs, just want to undo the wings, then make sure it's rotating around properly. Then you just bring them back, and then his legs just collapse, pretty much like breaking his shin, kinda. Not literally breaking his shin, but you know what I mean. Just moving the shin down. So his feet pretty much are visible on the underside of his wings. I don't have the leader class version either, never did. Wouldn't mind possibly getting it because it also looks pretty cool. But, and it also has landing gear, which is awesome. But I don't know if it's really worth getting it, considering that I didn't have much investment in this character to begin with. And what's really weird is that it looks like these should be in the back. No, these go on the front. And they're blue. I'm not sure why they're blue. I don't know if it is on the original Voyager, but it is supposed to be more of a metallic gray, I think. Anyway, but you just tab all this together, and there we have him in his jet mode, his Cybertronian jet mode, another Cybertronian jet mode, which definitely a cleaner look than the movie 1 for jet mode, although I do really quite like the movie 1 jet mode because he looks like an alien ship that was a robot, rather than this looks like an alien ship made to hold an alien pilot, not that the alien ship is the alien. So in that regard, this one isn't as favorable, I guess. And then I guess, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but like engine, I guess, maybe? It looks almost like an engine block, but it's also kind of like his spine stuff too, which I guess is cool, but it's all done copper. Like I said, it is a pretty clean jet mode, and I feel like the thing that actually makes it kind of cool, I don't know why it seems to look better to me like this, but when you plug in the blade like that, it just gives it a little more, I don't know exactly what look it is. It just looks better in my opinion. And of course there are no landing gear, so, but considering how well he just sits right there, not too bad, not bad at all. And as far as last night toys go, I think he's actually fairly good. Although the face, not the biggest fan of that face, but whatever. But yeah, that's about it for this review of a knockoff of the Last Night Voyager Megatron. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.